Hello and welcome or welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I am doing another 5-star prediction video. Have I read any of the books that I mentioned in my last 5-star prediction? One. It wasn't 5 stars, but it's fine. Everything's fine. If things work out the way that I want them to, I will end up reading all the books on this list and all the books on the last list at some point this year, but we'll see. Do I ever do the things that I say I'm gonna do? Sometimes. That's not very promising, so oh well. The first 2 books on this list were kindly sent to me by Robin over at Robin Reads, one of my favorite people. You should absolutely check out her channel if you have not already. The first book is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. I have heard that this book is a heavy hitter, and I'm okay with that. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to have my heart ripped out. It's fine. From what I know about this, it's about a young girl whose best friend goes missing and nobody really seems to be looking for her. I think that's what it's about. Y'all know that I don't read synopses, so if it's wrong, don't tell me. I'll find out when I read it. The other book that Robin sent me is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. This is one of my most anticipated reads. I've heard such good things about it, and I'm really excited to read this. From what I know, it's about 2 sisters who are Black, but they're white passing. So as they grow up, they kind of take different paths. One of them starts living as a white woman, and while the other one stays in their community from their childhood, and their paths end up crossing, and their daughters are involved, and I don't really know how this is going to work out, but I'm excited to read it. I've heard nothing but great things. Literally have not seen a single negative review about this book, so hopefully I will get to this soon. The next book on this list was sent to me by Dasha over at Mythic Pages, and it is The 5th Season by N.K. Jemisin. Actually, she was nice enough to get me the whole box set, so I have the whole trilogy. If that's not love, I don't know what is. In this book, from what I know, there's literally a 5th season where hell kind of breaks loose and like the earth is rebelling, shit's splitting open, and people sort of have to migrate and adapt something, I don't know. And it's told in second person, which is really interesting. I don't think I've read any books told from that perspective before. I'm really looking forward to it. I've heard great things about N.K. Jemisin, so I'm super excited to finally have this. The next book on this list is A Darker Shade of Magic. I do have the full trilogy, so I'm excited to finally get to this. This will be my 3rd read, 2nd series by V.E. Schwab. I read Vicious and Vengeful last year. Loved Vicious. Vengeful was okay. I've heard mixed reviews about this. So I've seen some people really love it. I've seen some people dislike it, and I've heard some people say that the first book isn't so great, but the series as a whole is good. I don't know where I'm gonna fall on that, but we'll see. From what I know, it's about the main character. I think his name is Kel, and he has this magical coat so he can travel between these Londons. That's all I got. That's all I know. We'll just leave it there. The next book that I got is also by Tiffany D. Jackson, and it is Grown. I was at Target one day and it was there and it was on sale and it was just calling to me, so I picked it up. From what I've heard, this is also a heavy hitter about a young girl who wants to be a singer, and it kind of goes into the dark side of the music industry. And I've heard some people relate it to the whole situation with R. Kelly. I did not watch the Surviving R. Kelly documentaries. I meant to, but there was something else going on at the time and I just never got around to it. I've heard this one rips people's hearts out as well, and it seems like that's just what Tiffany D. Jackson does. Cool. That's all I know. That's all I want to know. But I'm really excited to get to this because I've heard so many good things about it. The next book on this list is A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Rosanna A. Brown. Super excited to get to this because I've heard so many great things. Also, the cover is beautiful. From what I know, this is about the main character whose mother gets killed and she wants to bring her back. To do so, she needs the heart of a king. So she holds this tournament, I think, of sorts, some sort of competition thing. Whoever wins that wins her hand in marriage. They will become king. She will kill them and steal their heart. But the person who ends up winning that competition needs to kill her to get his sister back or something. I don't know. I've also heard some people say it's enemies to lovers and some people say it's not. I don't really know which one it is. I don't care. The sequel comes out later this year and I really want to read it. So I gotta get to this sometime soon. The last book on this list is Upon a Burning Throne, and this is book 1 in the Burnt Empire saga. From what I know, there's this empire, the king dies, and they have to name the next heir. There are two brothers, and in order for one of them to be the next emperor, they have to pass the test of fire, in which they literally sit on a burning throne. However, there is a girl who also ends up passing the test, and I guess it's a struggle for power from there. The second book to this also comes out this year, so I really want to get to it. I don't know when I'm going to because she thick and I don't read a lot of tomes, and this is chunky. It's over 650 pages, but I do want to read it and it's really pretty, so hopefully I will get to this sometime soon, at least in time for the next book, except I don't remember when it comes out. So those are all of the books on my shelves that I expect to be 5 stars. Let me know if you have read any of these and if you enjoyed them, or if you're planning on reading any of these this year. Otherwise, that's all I have for you, and I'll see you in the next video.